to refill the prescription, and they call me back with they have to call the doctor. Okay, whatever. It's not the first time that they've had to call the doctor to refill the prescription. So I get a phone call from the neurologist. Well, not from the neurologist, but from the nurse, a nurse at the neurologist's office. And she says to me, she gets straight off the bat, she's like, nasty. And I'm thinking, like, I answered the phone. I was in a perfectly fine mood. Yeah. I answered the phone, and she's like, yes. We just got a call from your pharmacist, and it looks like you're trying to refill a prescription for your son. We have down here that you are supposed to be seen for an appointment in February. Right now it is the end of June, almost July. We have here that you were supposed to show up for an appointment in February, but due to system outage, we had to cancel your appointment, and you never called to make a new appointment, and you have not been seen since your last appointment. So I'm like, appointment in February? So now I'm going to my calendar because, I don't know, to me, those headaches were like a really serious thing. Yeah. And if he had any kind of appointment, there was no way in hell
you were going to miss it.
I was going to just blow it off.
Yeah,
and if
really.
they canceled it, it wasn't like I was going to not make it another appointment. So I'm like, I'm looking at my calendar right now for February, and I have nothing written down. I said, as a matter of fact, the last time that I was in the office, the visit kind of ended abruptly. I didn't even know that the doctor wasn't coming back into the room, and I was kind of left wondering, when is the next appointment? So I just kind of figured the plan was, I guess we're just going to continue on with this medication, and if there's an issue, I was going to call and I guess be seen again or whatever. Yeah. So she's like, no, we can't keep continuing to call in prescription refills if you're not going to come into the office and be seen. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're at this point, like, I'm getting annoyed because she's like clearly talking to me like I'm a fucking asshole. And I'm thinking like
you're trying to win one over on her.
Like I'm trying to falsely get this fucking headache medicine. Like I'm trying to, I don't know what the word I'm searching for is.
Sell it on the black market.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like,
I'm going to let my kids suffer.
Right. So I'm like, I'm not entirely sure what it is that I've done to you that you're talking to me with like this giant attitude. Like I did something horrible. I said, I never had an appointment. So if you guys had an appointment scheduled down for me in February, you guys never told me about it, and you never called me to tell me also that the appointment was canceled, because this is the first that I'm hearing about it. I said, I have no problem coming in to be seen. Yeah. I said, but I'm calling in the prescription refill because he's nearing the end of his thing, and
you don't want it to happen again.
Exactly. So she's like, well, we can't call you in anything without being seen. So I'm like, okay, so when is the next appointment? And she's continuing, like, now I've already said to you, like, basically without saying it, like, your attitude is horrible. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And she's now continuing to fucking talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old. So once again, I'm like, listen, I don't know why you're giving me an attitude. Like, I didn't know anything about.
I'm just trying to help my child out here, asshole.
Exactly. So I'm saying, well, so now I'm like frantically trying to like count the pills that I have to see like where that's going to get me in relation to, because I'm thinking I'm calling in the prescription refill because by next week he needs more medicine. Like he doesn't have another month worth of medicine here. So she's telling me, she's like, well, the first available appointment that we have is on the 3rd at 7:45 in the morning.
Damn.
And I'm like, I am not looking to bring my kid, get up and bring my 2 children into the doctor to get to you at 7:45 in the morning. I have to leave here by at least 7 in the morning. Like, I'm not looking to, like, no, I'm not coming there at 7. I'm not leaving my house at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to a fucking doctor. It's not happening. So she's like, well, the next available appointment that we have is on the 26th. I'm like, he doesn't have enough pills to get to the 26th. You have nothing? Like,
that's
nothing.
Ridiculous.
So she's like, well, like I said to you, we will call you in a prescription for the days that, as long as you have something on the record for an appointment. And I'm like, no. Now I'm fucking pissed. Because no, not like you said. I'm like, listen to me. You need to put someone else on the phone because I'm done talking to you. That is the first you're telling me about that.
You're going to fill the prescription.
You told me you're going to. I'm like, you never once said that because I wouldn't be sitting here frantically trying to count these pills. Yeah. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get him to the doctor and not miss out on all of his medicine in the meantime. So she's like, hold please. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, I want to punch you. Like,
did you get her name?
Yes.
Good.
So I finally get on the phone with somebody else. I make the appointment. Not a problem. It turns out they have an appointment on the 2nd, not on the 3rd. And it's still early, but I'll deal with it early.
Yeah.
But so then I say, I'm like, also, that nurse that I was just speaking to, I don't not want her as my son's nurse. So can you make sure that you notate that in the account that I don't want her as...
Ever see her.
Yeah, I don't want to see her face. So she's like, yeah, no problem. So I'm like, what is her name? So she's like, oh, hold on one second. And in my head, I'm thinking...
You know her fucking name.
I'm thinking, so 2 seconds ago when I asked you to notate in my account that I don't want her as the nurse, how were you notating that in the fucking account if you don't even know who it was? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying any of this to her because I've already had a problem with one, and now I'm not going to act like I'm the fucking problem.
You're going to go in, his name's going to pop up, Mom's a bitch. Alert, alert.
So finally she gives me the name of who I was just talking to. I'm like, okay, so that she's not going to be the nurse when I come in there. She's like, no, we'll notate on there. And I'm like, so now I'm like writing her name in my phone because God help her if she fucking walks into that room. You're like, get the fuck. So I said, and I even said, I'm like, I would rather find a new fucking doctor. I didn't say fucking, but I was like, I would rather find a new doctor than have to deal with her. I said, because she was ridiculous. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, you're talking to me like I'm a 5-year-old who is like trying to like lie about that I just ate the last like fucking cookie in the cookie jar. Like, bitch, there was no fucking appointment, so don't talk to me like I'm a fucking asshole.
For me, honestly, it does not take me much to rub me the wrong way when it comes to doctors and nurses. Most of the time it's been nurses. One time it was a doctor, but I think we are on our 5th pediatrician office since moving here 5 years ago. Because I had one really good one, but we ended up moving away. But there was 3 other offices that we left because the nurse fucking pissed me off, or I didn't like the doctor or something. And I was like, peace out. Like,
But I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like, I've told you once,
yeah,
like that you're coming across like really nasty. I've told you, I had to say it a second time to you. By the 3rd fucking time, you can go fuck yourself because I'm done communicating with you.
Not
like, cool. You would think like she would change her tone, but no.
I would mention something to the doctor.
Oh, yes, I will.
Because sometimes they don't know that these people are nasty on the phone.
So I'll let you know how it goes. Yes. So I'm assuming maybe they'll try and like dial it back a little bit on the medicine, like because right now he's taking half a pill in the morning and a full pill at night.
Okay.
So I think they may probably try and like maybe take one of the like half away, like either in the morning or knock it down to a half at night.
Half in the morning, half at night.
Yeah, maybe see if. Because I'm assuming, like, I don't want him to be on this medicine for his entire life, but I also don't want him to start getting
the headaches
headaches again.
I guess that's a question I'll have to ask.
Yeah, we shall see. I'll let you know.
Damn, girl. I'm sorry.
What about you, Diane? Did any of you have doctors or nurses make you want to jump through the phone?
Yes, but I can't talk about that.
Oh, that's right, because you work for them.
Oh, God. So, but no, mine is just real simple here. That drives me crazy all the time. And it's bedtime. And I may have brushed upon this once before, but why? As soon as it's bedtime, you need water, food, you're dying. It never fucking ends. So one night I decided to record my children and to what I actually deal with. I'd say about 4 times, 3 or 4 times a week they do this. Like something hurts all of a sudden. Oh, my leg hurts, or whatever it is, you know. Right. So here is the video clip of me getting called back to their room one night.
Hey, want sweet dream kisses?
Oh my God, this is gonna hurt.
What's gonna? All right.
Get off.
So, all right, here, air kisses.
No, I don't like my freezer. I need real.
You need real kisses?
Where's my basketball?
You don't need the basketball.
The basketball freezer, like the ice thing.
You're gonna be fine.
They were perfectly fine 10 minutes before this.
I think it's just growing pains.
You just have to think you have a growing pain?
No, my cheek's been hurting.
Now your cheek hurts? I thought your stomach hurt.
Let me explain.
Oh, okay.
Let me explain.
So when we got here in the morning, when I got to school in the morning, like when it was actual class time, my cheeks started to hurt a lot. And and every time I would like swallow and everything, it would hurt.
I'm sorry, baby.
Every time I coughed, it would hurt.
I'm sorry.
And plus my side of my hip.
And now your hip hurts.
Yeah, no, that's the same time that my
Cheek hurt. And what's hurting now?
right here.
I'm sorry.
This is the third time it's been hurting today.
I'm sorry. Well, hopefully get some sleep and it'll stop hurting. I love you, Liam.
Wow.
I love you.
Hurts.
Logan, what's wrong with you? What hurts? Why does your head hurt?
Because I
This is the other one now.
Okay, let me give you a kiss. I think it's gonna be fine.
No, it isn't.
Yes, you are.
No, it's not.
All right, I'll come check you guys in just a minute. I love you.
It's my bad, Mom.
What's wrong, Liam? What's wrong, Logan?
I can't.
Rub your back.
So this goes on, and there's another video that like I had to go back like 2 minutes later because something was hurting. But like, what in the actual fuck? I'm sorry. The two of you were just playing the Switch and video games, and running around and messing around before bed because for some reason they get like super hyper before bed, and then as soon as they lay down, the world is crushing down on them.
But I do have to say, I mean, round of applause for you. Like, I mean, the patience that it took to sit through that and not even raise your voice at all. Not even. Like,
because I'm beat down. This
you
is
were
the
loving.
same
You
thing.
were considerate. You were patient. I mean, God. Great job. That was just great work.
Well, I just find that's what I have to do now because I'm just so over it. I'm just like, you'll be fine. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna survive. Here's a kiss. Goodbye.
See,
Good
I would
night.
do it more with like a no, stop. You're fine. That is enough. I've heard enough. Were perfectly fine 5 minutes ago. I don't want to hear it. If you do not be quiet, I am shutting the door and you will be in here in the dark. I love you. Good night. That would have how it would have played out in my house.
I wonder if there was. This is the second one. Oh, he's looking for his stuffy. That's what it was. And then all of a sudden, he couldn't find his. How many times your kids are like,
oh my God, that's
Polly,
Logan.
he's not in bed
Every
with me.
night. And every night we have the same conversation.
Yeah.
I told you not to take him out of your bed. He belongs in your bed. There's no reason he should be downstairs. So now, no, just go to bed. You're not getting him. And then 5 minutes later, just go look for him.
Just go. Well, mine won't go look for him because they're too scared to go downstairs by themselves.
Yeah.
And then
Then
I
you
end up
shit
going
out of luck.
downstairs, and it's just, it's like, what the fuck, man? What?
Oh, God.
I can't.
Awesome job, Mom.
Thanks.
Hey guys, this is Liam. If you like what you hear, please rate and subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. They are total news and could use your help. Thanks, bye.
So, mamas, if it's 8:39 and you're trying to put your children to bed, well, no, you wouldn't be putting them to bed while listening to this, but if tonight you happen to go try to put your children to sleep and all of a sudden their arm, their finger, or something horrible has just happened to them, all of a sudden, just put your strong face on and say, it'll all be okay, and just walk the fuck out.
Or, if you're just driving down the street, minding your own business, and you see a cute little dog on the side of the road that you just can't stand to drive by because all you're picturing is your dog on the side of the road. Just know you're not the only asshole picking up dogs on the side of the road.
Question, would you do this for a cat?
I feel like I would not, but I feel like not because I don't care about cats.
They
well,
run.
one, I'm allergic, and two,
yeah, no.
I feel like cats are more of like
Skittish.
an outdoor, like a lot of people just have outdoor cats.
That's true.
Nobody has like
Out there. Yeah,
nope,
you're
this
right.
is my outside dog. We keep him outside. Like
He
that.
runs down the road and comes back at night. This is true. This is very true.
So, yeah, just know you're not alone. So if you have any suggestions of any topics you'd like to hear, or if you want us to possibly share your what the fuck moment of the week, email us at momsmouthingoff@gmail.com.
You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'd also like to have a big shout out, big thank you to our friends